Good day, my BC250 friends. Another day, another good news. Today I'm gonna tell you about another very easy and convenient way of enabling your compute units, which is much easier than building custom kernel, patching your BC system or cache whatsoever, and then after update do all over again. Thanks to Mr. Winnie, he did a fantastic job and share in the BC250 community the Compute Unit Live Manager program, which is shared on the GitHub. You can see it on my screen. So this is entire utility which can do enabling the compute units without any special version of the BC required whatsoever. There are very detailed instructions and all the explanations in the details of this project. It is absolutely easy, and I believe even without of advanced Linux knowledge you will be able to do it. There are instructions for Arch Linux and Cache, for Fedora and for BC, so it is absolutely mind-blowing how easy apparently it is. So I will show you step by step how to do this, and after that you will be having no any problems repeating and using this nice tool which allows us to enable lively the compute units, and we can even use it for testing and figuring out which compute units are faulty if you have any. Okay, please stay with me and we will continue. Alright guys, so as I told you before in my previous video about 40 compute units enable, we need to start first with disabling our governor. For this we need to first to stop it. For this you're gonna use the command sudo system control stop Kian Skillfish Governor SMU. This is the one I'm using. Adding the BC password, and then we need to disable the governor by typing sudo system control disable Kian Skillfish Governor SMU. Like that, once we enable the 40 compute units, or 38, 36, depends, our overclock will not be applied yet, so we can do proper testing. Alright, so the first step will be to download the script and give it rights. For this you can just click copy button on your web page, push Ctrl+Shift+V and enter the command. Now you see the script is downloaded, and then you copy next command in order to run the script. After that you enter your BC password. By default it is just BC, and then the software will tell you that you need to install UMR. You just click yes, push enter and wait for the installation. Okay, installation takes some time. I made it fast forward. After installation is completed, all you need to do is press enter, press Q, hit enter again to exit, and do reboot the system. For this you need to type system control reboot, hit enter and reboot. Alright, so after reboot, I'm gonna show you that I'm right now at 24 compute units and at stock clocks. As you know, when the BC250 is running at stock clocks 1500 MHz, in Vulkan Furmark you get around 60 to 70 FPS. I have a little bit more than usual because I'm also having CPU overclocked. So you can see now BC250 at 24 compute units and stock clocks. Okay, so next thing we have to do is to start the program, start the service. We copy start program from the website and pasting it to the console. Okay, so what you can see here is that I'm running 24 compute units. You can see the blocks of the compute units. Each is having two compute units. As you can see, 12 by 2, 24. And it's indicated here 24 out of 40. So what we do next? Next, you can see here very clearly each action which required or available in the program. So I can show you how we do it. We push E for editing our VGP table if we want to start, let's say, additional 4 compute units. Here I can edit now the compute unit map, and I will start additional 4 compute units. I choose these two and push space, and these two and push space. To apply, we hit enter. It's asking me to accept. I type accept, push enter. It's asking me one more time, are you sure you want to go to 28 compute units? And I will show you before I hit yes that we actually having any effect. So you can see now running my Furmark, and now I will hit yes, and we have 4 more compute units active. Although I'm a little bit confused because I don't see change of the frame rate. Okay, probably to see some difference, let's add another 4 compute units. So I will edit the chart. I will add here 2 more, enter, accept, and yes. And you see, immediately my FPS jumped from 70 to 100. So now I have 32 compute units running. Let's go further. Let's say I'm already aware that my board supports all 40 compute units. So what I can do is choosing full dispatch. I hit F, enter. It tells me I'm going to enable all 40. Are you sure? Yes. Enter. And now I have all 40 compute units enabled. So you have noticed probably that we went from 100 to 128.27. So if I want to keep this setting, I need to push W to write the table. Yes, save, push enter. And I want to install the service to keep it for boot, because I already know that it works fine. So I will hit I to install this service. Yes. enter. That's it. My 40 compute units are enabled now. I hit quit. Okay, after you enable all 40 compute units, as you have seen, we had at the beginning 70 FPS, we went to 120 something, but we are still running at a stock clock. So what else we have to do as soon as you confirm which units are operational, if all of them are operational or certain combination, as soon as you have your compute units enabled, we need to start testing the overclock. For this, what you have to do, you have to change the config file of your governor. It's located here. In my case, I already tested my frequencies, so I know that these are my safe points. I would start from, this is the base frequency default. I would add one by one steps with increasing slightly the voltages and do the test. In case the system will crash or you will have an artifact, you can reboot and the governor will come back to the stock value. In my case, I already set everything. So how you do the test? For testing, you need to start again your governor. So for this, you can type restart can skillfish governor. So I'm gonna, before I hit the enter, I will show you how it works. Here is my Furmark running at stock frequency. Now I'm gonna restart my governor and it will take my config file settings and apply. Put password, boom. Immediately you see when the all compute units are running that I have much higher FPS. So for you, once you tested the setting, if you, for example, adding new save point, you have to save your config file. Each time you change it, and after that you need to do restart the governor. Like this, the governor will apply the changes which you made in your config. And like this, step by step, you will find your maximum frequency and voltages based on absence of artifacts, no shutdowns, and of course you need to monitor the temperature. I am liquid cooled, so my temperature are very good, but if you are air cooled, your temperature might be much higher. So if they are higher, you need to wait a little, see what's going on with your temperatures during the stress test with Furmark, and then you can add another save point and another until you reach the maximum comfortable without any crashes, without overheating, and so on. After that, at the end of all this process, you need to enable back your governor to make it start at boot. You do this by typing sudo system control enable can skillfish governor SMU. That's it. Now, if I reboot my system, I will have my 40 compute units enabled and I will have my governor running well. I hope it was clear. I strongly suggest you study this project. Here are all the commands explained. So basically what you have to do once you started the program, you need first to edit your table by enabling different compute units or all of them at once, depends your setup. After this, once you are happy, you have to make these changes permanent. For this you need to write table one time and then install the service one time. Quit, reboot, and everything should work. After this, you can go ahead and play with your governor settings, find a good set points, or you can use my set points if you would like to test if these one are pretty standard, will work on most of the BC250s, but I'm not sure. Honestly, some boards can run with less voltage and has less heat, some of them will crash earlier. But my board, which I'm using with liquid cooling, is pretty average, and I think that these config save points, they are actually having high chances to work on every board. Only thing you need to be sure that your cooling is good, and at this setting that you will not overheat or not thermal throttle, which is not good. Okay, so now you have fantastic way of enabling your compute units. Very simple, very user-friendly. One more time, kudos to Vinny, kudos to the guys from the BC250 community. Great job, and now I have to say thank you for watching and see you in the next video about BC250. Bye bye.